Welcome everybody to part 2 of today's episode of Dog Turds into Diamonds, our second game of the episode. We have, of course, just destroyed Eastleigh 5-1 away. Well, it was a week ago in game, but we now take on 9th place Crawley. And I think after that Eastleigh result, there is no reason to think that we cannot get a home win here against them. If we beat them, we go above Crawley, and we could go level on points with Eastleigh, Cheltenham and Newport County. Newport County are away to Barnet. You would expect them to win that, but Barnet were a top half team last season, so that could be a tougher game than we think. And Cheltenham are facing Eastleigh, so maybe there's a draw in that game, perhaps. Who knows? I think this could be a really important game, a really important week. Let's get into this. Let's go to the tactical meeting. This is going to be a much quicker part 2. Part 1 was a little bit longer than I was planning with all the results we had to talk about. You can see here, Crawley are playing a 4-3-2-1 or a 4-3-3, which I think is a formation we do pretty well against. I think our formation is well set up to handle it. Now, unfortunately, I obviously didn't check enough because I thought I was going to have Isaac Smith back for today, but he's still suspended. So my first choice centre-back pairing is not available, and I ran Connor McAvoy into the ground in the last game. So I'm actually going to start our captain, George Ray. Now, he's a bit upset. He's got low morale, the fact that he wants to play more games, but I'm going to trust him. Apart from that, it's a full-strength team and looking really, really good. On the bench, of course, we've got Connor McAvoy, Gary Roberts, Max Sheaf, Thomas Hughes and Joe Hardy. I have, since you were last here, just confirmed another loan signing. We've bought in, look, Harrison Selvey is 18 years old, playing at Luton. He looks a really good little striker. Again, it was one of those loans that's not going to cost me anything. So I thought I might as well just go ahead and confirm it. Again, it was a little bit of a box of chocolates sign-in. I was kind of like, yeah, I don't know everything about him, but what I can see looks pretty good. And I got to say, I think he's a decent little striker option. If we have an injury crisis or simply an injury to one of our 3 strikers, he can come in on the bench, no problem at all. Really good pace, really good agility, just to let him run at defences, and the boy can finish. So yeah, just not an incredible player maybe, but a decent little squad player, just to give us a little bit more choice, a few more options to finish the season up. So he's not playing today, but Harrison Selvey is going to be a decent option for us. So the team that goes today: Sam Blair, Staunton on the right, Bootroyd on the left, George Ray, Scott Wilson are the centre-backs, Sam Cornish and Matt Butcher. Hopefully Matt Butcher can come up with some more long-range goals between now and the end of the season. Liam Gibbs at number 10, Azonwa 4 on the left wing, and our 2 strikers, George Lloyd playing on that right side, and James Price, now just one off Joe Hardy, the top scorer. So McAvoy, Roberts, Sheaf, Hughes and Hardy on the bench. Let's get into this. Again, Crawley are a really strong team, but we've had such incredible results the last 5 games, and even the last 6 when you think about the draw with AFC Fylde. We are really on it right now. We've searched all season for that secret sauce to just get the results, and it seems like we finally found it. I'm going to set Azonwa 4 just to trap back their right back. And of course, George Lloyd, when we don't have the ball, is going to play like a right winger, marking their left back. Those are the only tactical adjustments I'm going to make for this game. Now, what do we tell the fans here? Crawley are second in the form table. We're first. Come on, make that count today, buds. There we go. So, make me proud. The players are up for this. So first plays second in the form table. That's interesting, isn't it? So Crawley have also been having a big push for the playoff places. I mean, it could be the winner of today's game could really take the upper hand in the challenge for those playoff spots. And they've got a corner. They've started better, headed away, but not far enough. Tiley will surely get the ball back in, but we win it back. And we're on the break with George Lloyd. Oh, and he nearly made it 4 in 4. A decent chance on the break there. And we've got to do better. They have more possession, which is unusual in our games, but we've got another chance here with a long throw headed away. Buttroyd will hopefully get it back in. Wilson, Buttroyd goes back to Wilson again, just the slow build up. Gibbs, who's now got 11 assists this season, and he fires it into Price, and it's Azonwafor puts in the rebound. Is that offside? It's not. A fierce shot from James Price, palmed away, and Azonwafor was there to tap in the rebound, but from a really tight angle. Liam Gibbs does so well here, floating out to the left. What a shot from Price. Hudson could not hold on to it, and Azonwafor has got us in front early on. Brilliant start. I'm going to hold off a shout before I see the outcome of this highlight. Azonwafor looking for Lloyd. Lloyd can get Price in, and James Price goes level with Joe Hardy on 14 goals for the season. And we are on the verge of 6 straight wins, 7 games unbeaten. What a run of form we are on. And this little formation change, what a difference it's made to our season. This has been the difference between a mid-table mediocrity season and pushing for promotion maybe. We've still got enough time left that we could get, if we keep this form going, we could get into a really strong playoff position by the end of the season. Absolutely superb. Let's praise the players. As it cuts into a highlight there. Cornish and Gibbs both pretty tired, but we've got a decent rest after this game. We've got a week's rest before the next match. So I'm not going to worry too much about players being tired here. What a first half performance. Let's tell the players we're happy. And let's see if we can keep this going in the second half. And it's been notable that with this run of form, the stand along that side of the field there has been much fuller in recent weeks. So hopefully that's going to help with our financial situation as well. I've just clicked to praise the players. I wasn't thinking. I was just in autopilot there. Hopefully this highlight doesn't result in a goal for them. Ray, a decent option still to come in when we need him, even if he's unhappy that he's not a regular starter anymore. George Lloyd slams it wide. Do I make any changes here? Gibbs is absolutely shattered as they get in with Healed, and we've won it back again. I mean, just everything has clicked into place. The performances have just been fantastic. And look at this, just stroking it around at the back under pressure before George Ray loses it there, and Hugill is in and he's put it wide. We've maybe been let off there big time. That could have really changed the momentum of the game. I'm going to bring off Liam Gibbs. I'm going to bring on Max Sheaf, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to just pull him back into the midfield and just play a midfield 3 rather than having that number 10 in there. So I'm going to keep him as, I'm going to put him in his favoured position as central midfielder. What other changes do I make here? I think I'm going to bring McAvoy on for Staunton as he's been booked and he is very tired. Apart from that, I will leave it as it is for the moment. We've got 23 minutes to go. I'll just keep one substitute on the side for if we need it. But another really good performance. So let's make one more change here. I think Thomas Hughes deserves the chance with his last 2 performances to make an appearance here. I'm going to make him as an advanced playmaker on attack. So we've got a new playmaker on the field. Yeah, I mean, he did so well the 2 games that he started, and then Azonwa has taken his place back. But Thomas Hughes, such an asset to the squad. Again, I've just offered Jay Williams out for loan, who is our last surviving original member of the squad. Thomas Hughes came to us in the summer at the end of our first season. So if Williams leaves, he will be the longest surviving squad member. And there you go. We are 6 wins on the bounce. And what can you say? I mean, we've just been absolutely sensational the last 6 games. And we really have to be considered now a strong playoff contender. And if we keep this run going to the end of the season, if we keep this form up, I don't think there'll be anyone that would want to face us in the playoffs. Absolutely incredible turnaround we've had. And I just wish I'd found this formation earlier in the season. We could have been looking at automatic promotion. We're now a point off the playoffs. We've gone above Crawley, but they do have a game in hand still, as do Stockport. And Eastleigh also have a game in hand on us. But Fylde and Cheltenham, I mean, we are now absolutely breathing down their necks. We're only 3 behind Newport County. They've recovered well since we beat them. And we're only 4 off Bromley even. So, I mean, we're 4 points off 4th place, 6 points off 3rd place. And 3rd place gets the advantage of not having to play a playoff quarter final. So, I mean, surely now with the form we're on, that's got to be the target, trying to get that 3rd spot. I mean, only 6 points. It's not that far away, is it? And Chesterfield have just lost today against AFC Telford, who lift themselves 5 points clear of the relegation zone. That was a huge win for them. They, of course, beat us as well. Or was that the game we lost, Telford? I can't even remember which relegation candidates we've lost to and which we haven't now. But things looking really, really good here. It looks like, yeah, we're getting some loan offers for Williams. There you go, like 100% of his wages, which I've done this because it would allow me to bring in, I mean, there's a whole host of loan offers there. He's got to accept one of them. I'm going to accept all of those. That would get us down below the wage budget and allow me to make a sign-in before the end of the transfer window. So, I mean, that is absolutely superb. So Sam Cornish and Liam Gibbs need a rest, but we've got a 6-day rest until Boreham Wood, so hopefully they'll be all right. Let's have a look at the schedule. When are we going to come back? Do you know what? Actually, before we go, I'll show you the players that I've got in on trial. We had a meeting with the coaches and with the recruitment staff just to look and see if there's any deals we want to do before the end of the season. Will Russ is a striker. I don't think he looks anything particularly special. We'll see over the next week how his stats look. Jordan Johnson is clearly not any good in terms of the level we need, so we'll terminate his trial. He's a very quick runner, but outside of that, he hasn't got much to offer. Elliot Osborne, I'm really looking forward to seeing what his stats are like, because looking at the ranges that are available there, he looks fantastic as an attacking midfielder, or he can also play as a right midfielder. He looks like he's got quite a bit about him, so I'm going to wait and see what his stats turn out to be if we can get the whole picture before the end of the transfer window. But look at that, he's been playing League 2 last season for Southend and played very well. He's got a lot of assists the last few seasons for Southend, so he looks a decent possibility. We'll see if he is as good as I think he'll be and how much he wants. And then outside of that, we've just got a couple of defenders and a couple of goalkeepers. Niemczyk here. Actually, look, he's a winger. He's been playing in Wales. He was released by Swansea a number of years ago. Again, he looks a decent athlete, but probably not much else. Again, we'll just see, but I don't think he's likely to be much of an option. Tutonda, I know, is a fullback. Again, we can't really see the whole picture right now, but again, he looks like he could be very, very good mentally and physically at the very least. So we'll see what he has. Connor Hall is a central defender, 33 years old. Again, what we can see looks decent. So I think I'm probably going to have enough in the budget if Jay Williams leaves to get one of these. Gregor Zabret looks a decent goalkeeper. Could be an option to replace Sam Blair. And Remy Matthews the same, 33-year-old goalkeeper. So we'll just see over the next week. We've got, I think, about a week or 5 days maybe until the transfer window ends. We'll see if any of those look like decent options to maybe spend some money on, just to try and help us through to the end of the season and really, hopefully, achieve that playoff place. I mean, compared to last season, it is just the absolute mirror image, where we fell apart in the last 10 games of last season, or even before that. We are now finding form at just the right time, aren't we? Absolutely fantastic. So there you go. When are we going to be back next? Just to have a look at the schedule to finish off to this part 2 of today's episode. Torquay are another team in the top half of the table looking for playoffs. That is going to be tough. Cheltenham at home is going to be really tough. I think what we might do is, I mean, you can see our last games there. Wow. Scunthorpe at home, who are third. Stockport away, who are challenging for playoffs. Barrow at home on the final day is a very nice game against a team that is probably going to be relegated. So I think what I might do is see how the next few games go. Bromley at home is going to be a big game as well. Kings Lynn away, obviously huge. I think I might come back for Kings Lynn away, just so you guys can see just how good they are. They are obviously top of the league, trying to get that automatic promotion spot. I think what I'll do is play through these next few games and see how the results go. If we continue our winning run over the next 4 games, I might come back and do Kings Lynn away. I mean, that could be a huge game to finish the season. I mean, we've got 2 really nice games, Barnet away and Barrow at home, and then 2 tough games, Scunthorpe at home, Stockport away. So I think we'll maybe do Kings Lynn away next episode, and then perhaps the final episode could be a triple header to see how we finish the league season, starting with Scunthorpe at home. So that's what I'm thinking there. We'll see how results go. If the season goes disastrously again, maybe that can change. But if we keep this amazing run of form going, there's going to be some massive games to finish the season. Well, I hope you've enjoyed that. I mean, I am just absolutely, if I was on cloud 9 at the end of last episode when we beat, I think it was Scunthorpe away, wasn't it? And then I am absolutely on cloud 9 now for sure. 6 wins on the bounce, 7 undefeated, the form team in the league. We're 9 points off first place. Would it even be crazy to dream about that automatic promotion spot? I mean, we've got to play some of the top teams. So, I mean, we could make ground on all of these sides. We've got to play Kings Lynn, Scunthorpe, Chesterfield, Bromley, Cheltenham, Stockport. We've got to play Torquay as well. It's a really tough run-in, but it also means, if you want to be an optimist, that we can close the gap on all of those teams above us nearly. This could be an amazing end to the season. I'll leave it there. I'll leave that little bit of motivation for you to click on the next episode. This could really end up being something special, couldn't it? If you've enjoyed it, give the video a like. I think it's been a fantastic episode, both parts today. Give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and help us grow a bit by sharing with your friends. We've only got a few subscribers. We only get a few views each episode. But, I mean, I think this is worth watching. I think this is really turning into something a little bit special. Maybe by the next episode, that's all going to be down the toilet again. But for now, I'm just going to enjoy this. It's been an amazing turnaround the last 8 games, the last 7 games. Absolutely sensational. I just hope we can keep it going. That's all for today. Thanks very much for watching. Bye for now. We'll see you on the next one here on Dog Turds Into Diamonds.